some of the very same principles that feminists bring to the table are now being taught to men. Right? I hear it all the time. Men are now the prize, apparently. Men are the ones who provide. Men are strong and independent. And why are we being fed the same thing? I want to discuss red pill as a concept. And I want to start off by saying that I think red pill has a certain purpose in this world. And I think that it is definitely beneficial for men. And I'm not here to shit on red pill. I think it has a place. I think it has its purpose. But my concern is that once red pill has done its course, once red pill has achieved what it's supposed to achieve, if we let it keep rolling, men are going to turn into reverse feminists. And this is my theory, right? It's a working theory, and I'm open to discussion on this. But I want you to hear me out, because I actually think this is a valid point. I think when feminism started out, it started out with a good intention. And once that its intention was accomplished, once women got freedom in the workplace, once they got to vote, right? Once they got to drive, all of these things, what happened? Did it stop? No. It kept going, it kept developing into modern day feminism, what we deal with now. And my concern is that men are being fed red pill. We are being fed that we are dominant, we are elite. And I believe in all of these things, and I stand by all of these things. But my concern is, once red pill has run its course, will it just become reverse feminism, where men have these inflated egos, right? Where men are walking around thinking we're the shit and that women should come to us. Because that's what we're being taught now, right? We're being taught men are the prize, etc., etc. I feel like, and you can argue with me on this, but I do feel like some of the very same principles that feminists bring to the table are now being taught to men. Right? I hear it all the time. Men are now the prize, apparently. Men are the ones who provide. Men are strong and independent. And why are we being fed the same thing? And I hear all these things about, oh, but men have mental health. Men have problems too. Yes, we do. Okay, but we're men. Why are we looking for sympathy? Why are we trying to get women to understand our problems? Women are not supposed to understand men's problems. So I don't know why people are running around with a mic interviewing women saying, are you aware of men's mental illness? Are you aware that 3 in 4 suicides are men? Who cares? Right? We are men. We are not supposed to be looking for sympathy. We're not supposed to be looking for handouts. Right? Yes, these mental illnesses are real. Yes, men are struggling. But do we need to go bitching and whining about it to women? I don't think so. I don't think that is the masculine thing to be doing. I think men need to put our heads down, and we need to work at what we know we're supposed to be doing. That's what our mission is. Our mission is not to bring light to men's mental illness and men's issues, right, and become male activists. I don't think this is the right path, because, again, it's just going to become a repeating cycle. Whereas eventually men have these inflated egos, men walking around thinking we're the shit, right? And then what's going to happen is going to be another feminist uprising. And then eventually it's going to get to a point where women think they're the shit and men are at the bottom. Right, we can't just keep going around and around in circles. I think red pill and like men's health, these, you know what I'm talking about, this kind of niche, I think it's very nearly done its job. Right? I think a few more months of push, maybe until the end of 2023, and then I think it should be left alone. That's my theory. Right? Because if we keep pushing this, if we keep pushing this concept down men's throats, we are going to end up with inflated egos. We are going to end up being the feminists. We're going to be the people that women look down on and say, oh, that's disgusting, right? The way we do to feminists. Do we want to be male feminists? We don't. That's not our goal. So stop bitching, stop whining about men's problems, pick shit up like a man, look at what you got, and work with that, right? We don't need to be crying. We don't need to get women to understand our problems. They're not going to understand our problems. The same way we don't understand their problems. So all I'm saying is that I'm advising people like me who have channels, be very careful about what we're preaching. Because the next thing you know, we're going to be turned into soft, weak boys who think we're all that when we're really not, right? We think we're the shit because we go to the gym once or twice a week. Men, this is a dangerous game we're playing, and we're going to see cycles repeat and repeat and repeat if something doesn't change and if this movement doesn't at some point come to a stop. If you disagree with me, please argue with me in the comments. Please send me to another video if I need to learn more about this topic. But that's just my opinion on the matter. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you learned something. And yeah, formulate your own opinions, right? It's the world we live in, guys. We need our own opinions. We need to be thinking on our own. So I encourage it, and I encourage people to disagree with me.